Yo, JD here, Tilimus, and as you can see, we're at Monaco here today, which I believe is round 6 in AOR. And as you know, last time was I made a pretty horrendous strategy call, and I'm hoping to make that right round here. And as many people know, or in case you didn't know, Monaco is probably on par with my worst track along with Abu Dhabi, so I put in quite a bit of practice for this race. Pretty much the most practice I've done for a race this season so far, and I was actually feeling pretty confident coming into the race. In qualifying, I felt I had a chance to get in pole position, and round here it's absolutely crucial. If you can get that pole position, that's almost 9 times out of 10, I will say 9 times out of 10, you end up actually winning the race. So at the moment we've done a pretty good first sector. We're 3 tenths up on Jack, who's on provisional pole at the moment, and the lap's feeling pretty good, and I was feeling good for the race. I was just feeling if I could just hold it together in qualifying, and even if I didn't get the pole, I was pretty confident with my strategy, what I was going to do. I already had it planned out before the race, and I just felt I had good consistency. And round here, consistency is really key, and if you can keep out of the wall as well, then you don't even need the raw pace. If you just have them 2 things, you're going to do pretty well. So at the moment, a lap is 6 tenths up on Jack at the moment, as we get a pretty bad exit off that corner there, hit the curb too much. But we just got absolutely just nailed this final corner now, come onto the straight, which is so important. As you can see, I'm using lean for most of that round here, and we're going across the line, and we've managed to do a 13.4, so that is on pole position at the moment by 4 tenths from Jack. And Jack is a new person to the league, Jack575, I race him in Tiro, and he's actually one of the quickest guys on the game, and he's a Monaco specialist. Actually, it's actually his favourite track, so someone to look out for in future races. And we've managed to get the pole position, so a perfect qualifying at the moment. And that was actually the only lap I managed to do in qualifying, because the other laps I just damaged my car, or I got a corner cut or something. So pretty lucky with the qualifying. I managed to get in quite an early lap in as well. So as I said, coming into this race, this track traditionally and previously in previous games has really not been great for me, but moving on to the lights now, and away we go, coming into the first corner. So we managed to get a pretty good start, and we managed to hold the lead in this first corner. So it would have been pretty horrific if I lost the lead there, but right now we just got to focus on the race. But yeah, as I was saying just before lights went out, this track is on par with Abu Dhabi for me. Just even though I have the pace in the past, like I have done around Abu Dhabi, I'm not slow around there, but everything just seems to go wrong. There's always something that goes wrong. I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know, but something just always seems to go wrong, like a curb or pit lane or something completely bullshit just happens. But right now I've actually got a bit of a lead on Franglish, who's managed to get up into 2nd place, and Jason in 3rd. And I can tell you now, there's quite a few drivers who are really quick around here. Franglish, Jason is really good around here. He's a mega specialist around here, along with Jack, Minty, who's really quick. Obviously, you've got Broziak, but due to his qualifying lap on last race, he's actually started in last place around here, which is probably the worst track to start in last place. So he's got quite a tough task getting through the field. And as you can see by the field, it's quite spread out between first and last at the moment because of the nature of the track. It's so almost near impossible to overtake around here, and that's why I'm feeling good at the moment, because I'm in the best position, and if I can just keep it together, then it's going to be looking pretty good to the end of the race. And as you can see, we're not actually pinning away that much at the moment. We did have a bit of a gap, but Franglish is not exactly slow, along with Jason behind. And I was quite worried about Jason this race, because his race pace and qualifying pace was really good in practice before this race. I was actually expecting him to get the pole position, but luckily we managed to just get in a decent lap at the time. But right now we've just got, as always, we've just got to focus on being consistent, just nailing those braking points and hitting those curves when you need to, and just trying to keep your head together, because one moment of lack of concentration around here, then your race is pretty much over. Because if you get damaged around here, you might as well not have a wing. It doesn't really make a difference, because the understeer is absolutely horrific, and the pad around here as well is this is the worst track for steering lock for the pad. It's just so difficult, particularly for that last chicane where that right left at the swimming pool. It's such a difficult corner. You can't help but not hit the bollard most times because you just can't, unless you get absolutely perfect. There's no way that you'll be able to do it, as we make a little bit of a mistake here, but we've managed to set the fastest lap of a 14.9, which is a quick lap. But as you can see, Frangish is still really close to us. He's only 6/10 behind, and we just got to hope he makes a bit mistake, as you can see in our mirrors as well, and also by the arrow, he's right behind us. So we just got to hopefully he gets caught in our dirty air, or he makes a slight mistake, or just he loses a bit of concentration, because one mistake from us and we could be losing quite a few positions, because it seems that the top 4 is broken away, and then there's another little group, and towards the end of the field there seems to be a bit of a bigger gap, because as I said, it's just almost impossible to overtake. But right now I'm feeling like I'm driving pretty well, pretty consistent. I'm not trying to push 100% at the moment. I'm pushing about 90%, 85, 90%, just so that I have good speed. But crucially, I'm just trying to keep consistent and just not hit the barriers, because that is the main thing around here. You hit a barrier and the race is over. And as you can see, we've actually got out of DRS zone, so that is a major moment in the race. Getting out of DRS zone just gives us that comfort, and Jason seems to be a lot closer to Franglish than he is to us. So if they can start battling, then that's going to be pretty good for us. So the gap is 1.5 seconds now, so we're in a comfortable position at the moment. And as I said before, you just got to keep your head together in situations like this. But moving on to lap 10 now, and we've extended the gap to 4.8 seconds. So our pace has been mega consistent, as it was with the previous races this season as well. And just taking on board with this lap is pretty much a representation of what my laps have been previously up to this point. As you see here, I'm just driving with a lot of confidence at the moment. I think with Monaco, the best way to drive it actually is to just be fully committed, because if you're a bit too cautious, you'll turn in too early, you'll brake a bit too late, you'll snatch the brakes. You just need to really commit and be aggressive at the track, and if you do that, it rewards you. But also there's quite a bit of a high risk to it, and at the moment we're still increasing the gap again. It's just over a 10th there, and you can see there's quite a few, there's about a couple of trains behind us, but the gap, the field's reasonably spread out now. So my main rival as well is not in the podium position, Broziak, my championship rival. So right now this is going absolutely perfect, and I'm driving again just like really well and consistent. And as you can see, we're within the same tempo of the last lap, and wow, we got a safety car. So this is the first safety car of this season. We have it on in AOR, in Tyrrell we actually have it off, but that was actually really lucky I got it there, because I could have gone past and the others could have pitted. So in a sense that was good that actually came out at that time. But I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty annoyed because I built up that advantage and now I've just completely lost that advantage. So it's back to lap 1 pretty much now, with no advantage at all. And it'd be interesting to see if anyone else stays out. It doesn't really look like it at the moment, as we come out behind the safety car. That pit lane exit's absolutely nightmare, by the way. And look, it's in second place. We've got Broziak in second place. So he's managed to just he's decided to stay out, and to be honest, I don't really blame him, because at the end of the day he wants to try and get points off me, and the only way he was going to do that is if he actually stayed out. So fair play to him, he stayed out. But we're just sitting behind the safety car now, and crucially, it's all we got to do is just not hit the barrier and just keep it nice and controlled. He's on older tyres, so we have nothing to worry about, and we just got to keep it under control. And right now, if we can just get a good exit, then it should be pretty good. So come on to the safety car.
No!
I actually cannot believe what just fucking happened there. I can't believe what happened. You don't understand how angry I was when that happened. That was just... It's just a brief moment of concentration, just losing concentration, just panicking, because basically what happened there, without showing you a replay, because I'll just blow up if I do. Basically in that double right, I just turned in too early. Thought I was going to hit the barrier, so I turned out again. But since the lock on the pad is so slow, it wouldn't turn to the right quick enough again. Put on the brakes, and I just lost my wing. And yeah, as you can see now, Jambo has retired because he crashed, and you can see let's see what the gap is. It is 20 seconds to the next car. So yeah, that's absolutely fucking fantastic. And as you can see now, we have got absolutely nothing to lose. Like, I was absolutely furious, but we've got to just keep our head together at the moment, and we just got to try and get some points. Just all about damage limitation now, as we managed to set the fastest up of the race. And as you can see by the field there, look how far behind we are from the first place dot, and all the dots is quite far, but we've actually closed the gap. It's moving on to lap 16 now by 9 seconds, so we've definitely got the pace at the moment, and we've just blown up again. So this race is just going from bad to worse at the moment. As we move on to lap 17, and we've managed to catch a teammate. I think Maisie, I'm not sure what happened to him. I think he made a mistake as well, but thankfully lets us pass, which is a really generous thing to do, so cheers for that. And as you can see, we've got Broziak coming out of the pits now, so this is going to be a pretty crucial moment. We need to try and stay ahead of him, because at the end of the day, that's the only person we want to beat at the moment, so we just got to try and stay ahead of him, and we just managed to stay ahead of him. So that is a big moment in the race. If he got ahead of us and started putting it away, then that would have been race over, but right now we just got to try and hold him up whilst catching other cars, and if we can do that, then that'll be a pretty good recovery for me if I can beat him. So right now we just gotta try and keep our head together. I'm still majorly pissed about what happened before, but it was just a brief moment of lack of concentration, and I just find driving slowly around Monaco cautiously was actually harder in itself than driving fast. I find driving completely fast and committed is actually easier to get a rhythm, but right now we've caught Living Dead as we managed to build a bit of a gap to Broziak. So our prime tyres, or option tyres, sorry, have still got quite a bit of life in them, thankfully, and we are right in the back of Living Dead, but as I said before, it's almost near impossible to overtake around here unless someone makes a huge mistake. And as right on that point, I think Living Dead does make a mistake there. We managed to just go around the outside of him, so that's pretty good for us. And now we've got him between myself and Broziak. So we just got to make the absolute most of it, as we've caught up to the back of what was it, iReversal now. So yeah, we've caught up to the back of him, and our pace is good at the moment. Our pace, we've been really consistent, and you can see we've pulled away from Broziak behind us. He's not even the next car behind us, he's another car behind us. So our pace and these options are what they were in the first stint, or even better. So that's just adding to even more of the frustration, really, that I seem to have the rhythm and pace around here, but it just sometimes this shit just happens, and unfortunately it did today, as we are pushing Reversal around a bit. We're trying to get past him pretty quickly, but we just got to take our time, as he actually just lets us pass. So I'm not sure why he let us pass there. Maybe he just didn't want to get hounded, or he felt he could gain more time following me or something, but that's good news for me. I'm not really going to complain too much, as we've got Jack in front of us, who's actually the net race leader. So we were keeping him honest for the next couple of laps as well. So our options had really good pace, and we pitted really late for the prime, because my mindset was I'm going to come out probably about 8th or 9th place. So if I have every chance of overtaking people, I need the best possible grip possible. So pitting for the primes really late. and hopefully when the other guy's tyres wear out at the end, I can actually challenge at the end of the race to try and actually do some overtakes as we skip towards the end or during the lap of lap 29 as Axeman, Carter Tiro Carter need access pass, which is good news again. And now we are skipping on to lap 31, and you can see in the previous lap we were 4 seconds behind Broziak on like lap 29 or something, and now we are literally right behind him, so our pace is really good, and we need to beat him because for the championship if we can just extend our championship lead after the mistakes we've had in that safety car, then that'll be a brilliant result. As you can see here, it's just getting behind people and trying to overtake them is just so difficult. As we skip ahead to lap 35 now, so we've got 4 laps to go, and we are absolutely hounding him at the moment. So all we're trying to do, we're just trying to pressure him into a mistake. Hopefully he mucks up or something. As again, right on the point, he goes out a bit wide and we managed to get past him. So that is good news for us. I was feeling slightly happier. Now we've managed to get ahead of Broziak. We haven't got any penalties or damaged wing at the moment, as we'll be able to see the gap towards the next series of cars. And as you can see, that train there, at the front of that train, that is for 2nd place. So after being 20 seconds behind second to last place on lap 11, we are actually in a position to actually almost get a podium, as I think Frankish and Mincy came together there. So now we are in 5th place. So we've made a really good recovery at the moment. I believe the cars in front actually have penalties, or I think one of them has a penalty as well. So right now we're ahead of Broziak. We'll possibly be challenging for a podium position, with 2nd place being ahead of that train as well. So if we could do that, that would be absolutely amazing, an amazing comeback if we could do that. And right now we just got to keep it together, not hit the barriers or anything, and I'm so done with this game. I don't even know what the hell happened there. There's been so many times where I've brushed that barrier and all of a sudden, this 1 in 1,000 time, it decides to just stick me to the wall like shit to a blanket. So that's just been the story of my race really. It's just like with Abu Dhabi and Monaco, I just have to accept now, even if I have the pace, there's always going to be basically a thunder lining that strikes me during the fucking race. So just got to stick to it. As we are on the last lap now, we're trying to get past Broziak, but I believe he's actually got a penalty in front, as my engineer said to me. So I'm not going to try too hard to get past him, but still we're in 6th place, which is not bad, well, considering where we were, and 2nd place is only up the road as well. So we made a pretty good recovery, but just that safety car bullshit incident, I just don't even know how I lost my wing in the first place, and that spin just there cost us absolutely massively, as we actually get 3rd place on the live tiring screen. But I know other people, as you can see, other people have penalties, but those penalties could actually be taken off from those people. So I'm not counting anything yet, but yeah, I was happy at the end of the race because of 3rd place, but so annoyed at myself because of that safety car. Just that brief moment of not thinking, pretty much, just completely just destroyed my race, and I've only got myself to blame. I'm not blaming the game or anyone else. It was my fault, and as you can see, those things cost you quite a bit. So there we go. Hopefully you've enjoyed the commentary. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.